Hello everybody, it's VerticalSandwich. This is a special Dragon Quest bonus video. I am doing the Wisher's Peak Aschantha quest in Dragon's Quest before getting Angelo. Because somebody kind of asked about it, and I was actually on my way to do the Swordsman's Labyrinth before talking to Red anyway. So I don't know exactly what this is going to turn into or what we're going to do with it, but right now, we've got a very interesting Angelo free playthrough going on. Now, I don't see a real need to recap kind of all the stuff that happens before this. All the stuff that happens before this is mandatory. So, it's all the same. You can't avoid getting Jessica. You can't avoid going to the waterfall cave. You can't, you know, you have to, and actually, you can't avoid getting Angelo, I believe, before leaving this continent. Now, you might not even be able to get into Trodane. You certainly can get into the Swordsman's Labyrinth. I actually, without Angelo at this point, have been to Pickham, the Swordsman's Labyrinth, Red's place, which you can't get into until you trigger that. But the stuff that happens after Aschantha, that doesn't happen with no Angelo. But this stuff you can do. So I thought it would be interesting to show it. It's the same cutscenes and stuff, there's just no Angelo. And then we'll talk about what happens afterwards and why you can't advance. Because it was an interesting question. I couldn't find it on any discussion boards, like how long you could avoid getting Angelo for. Because clearly, you know, it breaks the plot. Like, you can't, you know, you have to, there's a whole thing with Dual Magus and the Ruined Abbey and all these things that you can't do, so. So clearly we should have Angelo behind us somewhere, and he's not. You'll see at some points when when you're talking to Ishmaru, you'll see that there's a space where Angelo should be.
I am Ishmari.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ishmari.
Of the Moon Shadowland. Welcome to my realm. Many moons have waxed and waned since human foot last trod this earth. Weary travelers, I welcome you now to the land of the moon shadow. Enlighten me. What desire opened the moon shadow window on this night? No words. Your shoes can tell the tale. So, Pavan longs to be reunited with his dearly beloved Sasha.
Yeah, Angelo should be right there.
Mouths agape in wonderment. Ah, forgive me. I have yet to uncloud your eyes. Children of the light of day, do you believe that memories are yours alone? Your clothes, houses, tables and chairs, the sky, the land. They too remember each passing day. Silently, they sleep in a dream world of memories. The moon's light may give shape to these dreams, these memories. I cannot stir this daughter of the sun from her eternal sleep, but perhaps I can end your friend's waking nightmare. Lead me to the castle. Lead me to the scene of Pavan's misery.
All right, so we're gonna run through this cutscene, and I'm not gonna be talking. There's no reason for it, and you'll just get to watch the Aschantha cutscene and stuff, and then see what happens afterwards.
O grieving soul, may the moon's rays trace the scenes enacted here long ago. What is this? A dream? An illusion? No. No. I remember this. You.
Is wrong? What is wrong?
Sasha. I've missed you so. These 2 years I've thought of nothing but you. Ever since you passed away.
You're not still fretting about this morning's missive, are you? You mustn't. You made the right decision. You're always so lenient with people. But sometimes you need to be firm too. That's a king's duty. Everybody believes in you. You must stand tall and proud. Aschantha is your country. Oh yes, I have news. The innkeeper's dog has had a puppy. He wants us to think of a name.
Is that me? Yes. I remember this. It was the spring before last. So, this is a memory from the past? A puppy, you say? What do you think? No doubt you've already thought of a good name for it.
It's a secret.
Why? If you've thought of a name, then I'm sure it's splendid. Tell me.
Surely you have a suggestion too. A name for this puppy.
But I'm sure yours...
Shush now, Pavan. I think any name you came up with would be simply perfect. My dear king, you're a wise and kind man. You should follow your own instincts. I was planning to use the name you thought of. That's all I'd decided.
Yes. She was always like that. Always giving me so much encouragement. Sasha, why? Sasha, why are you always so strong?
Because my mother gives me strength.
Your mother? But she passed away years ago.
I never told you. But I was very timid as a child, so weak and afraid. And every day, my mother would try hard to encourage me. When she died, I was so sad and lonely. But then I realized, if I went back to my old weak self, I would have nothing left of my mother at all. It would be just as if she had never existed. I realized I had to be strong, that I must remember her words of encouragement and everything she taught me. That way, she'll live on inside me for always, forever.
Sasha, you're right. I should be more like you.
Shall we go out onto the terrace? The weather's so nice today. It would be lovely to enjoy the breeze together. Look! Your country stretches before us as far as the eye can see. Oh, Aschantha is so beautiful.
Yes. Beautiful, Sasha. So beautiful.
My darling king, for people to live their lives happily, you must be strong.
I remember. Everything you ever told me lives on inside my heart. Forgive me, Sasha. I finally opened my eyes. I'm sorry for being so sad and lonely. At last, I've finally awoken from my long and terrible nightmare.
All right, so there aren't a lot of, I mean, you don't see it. The whole cutscene is focused away from the party, so the lack of Angelo isn't really very apparent. It's going to be in the next scene, though.
Never again will I forget the things Sasha told me. It felt like a dream, but I believe in what I saw. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks to you and Emma, I've finally woken up from an unbearable nightmare. Now, I can be a proper king to my people again. I cannot thank you enough. If there is ever anything I can do for you, please do not hesitate to ask. I swear I will do anything in my power to repay you. Anything at all I can do to help. Farewell, my friends. May fortune ride with you on your continuing journey. I hope we will meet again soon.
And we will indeed. However, there's an empty chair. Like, clearly Angelo's supposed to be sitting here, and we don't have him yet. So, now, when you would leave this town normally after getting Angelo, there would be a scene where Trode complains about not being part of the banquet, and Yangus suggests you go to pick him. That never happens. When we leave here, you're gonna see. I messed around in the castle a little bit, picking up stuff, and then, so here we go. So here's when we leave, nothing happens. You can go to pick him, and nothing will happen there. Like, the horse won't get stolen. Brains isn't in his place. there's no, you can't, you know, you can never get the horse back, you can never have contact with Red, you can never advance the plot. See, right here, we should get a cutscene. We don't. But if we talk to people, they'll tell us to go back to the Abbey. Yeah, see? He must have come in this direction from Alexandria. How could he have slipped through our fingers? We must retrace our steps, see? Yeah, and Yagus just tells us, he's just like, we should go back to the Abbey. Like, so, there will be other scenes from this little playthrough. I don't know of what. Feel free to post stuff in the comments if you want, but, so bye.